panic attack for about 60 seconds, like show's gonna cancel halfway through, like this is gonna be brutal. But yeah, I'm very superstitious, the definition of it.
This is all my fault.
Yeah.
Wake it up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Marckie P Show. Before I introduce my first guest today, he's a part of the Big Night crew, but we have a sponsor today.
What?
We have a sponsor. I can't believe that we've made it this far. Manscaped is our sponsor. Use discount code FINDYOURBALLS.
Yep.
All caps.
Find your balls.
And that's if you have them. Even if you don't have balls,
You can still
find some.
Yeah, and maybe
somewhere.
if you have a significant other that has a pair of balls.
Yeah.
Perfect late Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day
Agreed.
gift.
Agreed. You got to find your balls. That's the discount code. It's all caps. If you go to manscaped.com, you get 20% off and free shipping with the code FINDYOURBALLS.
Yep.
And they come with performance boxer briefs, ball toner, ball deodorant,
That's key.
and the lawnmower 3.0.
Which is unbelievable.
Because the first two simply were not good enough.
They weren't cutting it.
They weren't cutting it. Yeah. And now the third one, it cuts.
It cuts.
I just went to the bathroom a little while ago, used that one specifically. Don't touch it.
So that's why it smells a little bit.
It smells a little bit. Yeah, but I put the deodorant on right after. We're fine.
Yes.
Life is well.
Wait, did you do the ball toner too?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the only thing toned on me is my balls.
Thanks to Manscaped.
Thanks to Manscaped.
Love
Yep. We save balls, baby. So thanks to them. Let's fucking go, baby.
Yeah, let's do it.
We've made
I'm
it.
excited to be here.
We've made it. We have a big sponsor, which is awesome.
Step one.
Happy to have you.
Happy to be here.
Dude, what's new?
Nothing. Not much.
What's new? Nothing. The podcast overseer.
Yeah. Podcast is over. See you later. No, I'm just really happy to be here. I'm really happy for all your success, merch
Thanks,
sales, subscribes, listens. I know we talked on the phone for a while.
Yeah.
Before you did all this, so I'm honored to be here for
well,
sure.
Thank you for pushing me and helping me into this direction. You know, you were really an inspiration and being like, dude, this is what you should do.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah, just do it.
I appreciate you for doing that because, you know, without you and my buddy Steve, who was like, dude, you need to just go for it. Then I found you and doing the podcast really helped me into this space.
Mm-hmm.
So thank
Absolutely.
you. What is new other than the fact that you're about to have 300 combined podcasts?
Yeah. So I have a couple podcasts. I have the Banner Banter Podcast for the Celtics fans, and then and that's part of the Big Night Media team.
Yep.
Shout out to the Big Night Media squad.
Yep.
And then I have a NASCAR podcast, Wicked Fast Podcast, with my buddy Brian Bell.
Wicked Fast.
That's with another media group, and we're about to do our 185th episode. Next week will be 115 for Banner Banter. So
Combined.
300 podcasts. I've been doing it for 6 years. Haven't lost my voice yet.
You're a madman.
Yeah. It's just a cool little platform, good distraction from the everyday life.
Yeah.
When it was chaos, because I love chaos.
You do love chaos.
Thrive off of chaos.
I'm trying to get to, this is episode 12.
Yep.
I think we might skip 13.
It's fair. I mean, a lot of buildings,
Just skip 13.
Elevators, people don't like the number 13. I get it. It
can
makes a lot of
just
sense.
F right off. We're just going to go right to 14.
Do you not like Friday the 13th?
I do. Friday the 13th, I mean, I don't really have an issue with the number per se, but I think it'd be cool if we just like left one number out and it would be 13.
Okay. Like, are you superstitious? Little stitious?
I'm not a little. So playing sports, I was very...
Everyone is. And if you've played sports before and you're not, you're a liar.
Yeah.
Everyone has routines.
Socks on.
Yeah, you put the left sock on before the right.
Yeah,
so many things. You don't think it's a routine or a superstition, but it is.
It used to take me 25 minutes to put my whole outfit on.
And then you wouldn't even play for 25 minutes in the game.
And then then I'd sit the bench because I was a loser. It would just be like one sock, and then if the sock felt bad, I'd just take it off, put it back on. It's like, dude, you're a fucking mental case.
Yep.
You are a mental case. But yeah, are you stitious or are you not stitious?
I'm very.
Yeah.
Like OCD, like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like even on show days. Yeah.
Cuckoo
Like even
for
on
Cocoa
show
Puffs.
days, like I do certain things on show days when I walk into the office when we're at Big Night or, you know, all the venues I worked at previously. Like I have routines, things that I have to do to, like, if if I miss it, I like have a quick little spiral panic attack for about 60 seconds, like show's gonna cancel halfway through, like this is gonna be brutal. But yeah, I'm very superstitious, the definition of it.
This is all my fault.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely one of those people where like if the kitchen's on fire, I go back and I was like, wait, did I open up the door with my left hand or my right hand to get into my office? Wait, if it was the left, then the kitchen going on fire was probably my fault.
If it was the right, we're fine, we're good.
If the right, that's on the cooks.
That's too funny. I never really thought about superstition that much until now. You just brought it up, and now I'm looking back into my own mind's eye and going, wow, that's a little messed up.
Everyone is, but it's really for the people that are like nuts that don't actually think about it. Like I'm not one of those people where if I like open up a door, I have to touch it 3 times. Like I think there was like an MTV True Life,
dude,
where people had to like hit the top of the ceiling like 15 times.
He would do the deodorant, like he was like deodorant like 58 times.
I'm not
back
like
and forth.
that, but like when I was younger and a major like my dad died when I was younger, and I thought like I looked back on that day and I was just like, what did I do wrong that day? And then ever since then, every single little thing, like it's gotten better,
right?
With age, but
certain
like at the time, like I used to remember alphabets, the cereal.
Yeah,
I used to have to like spell out a word like every single day in my alphabets. Like that was part of like my routine, and I would keep a list of the words. And
so you couldn't respell them?
Exactly. So I wouldn't have a double word. And if I had a double word, I'd have to like stop my cereal over because I thought something bad was going to happen, like I was going to fail a test or lose another family member. It was bad when I was like younger.
Damn.
But it's gotten better for sure.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Rest in peace to alphabets. I love those things.
Yeah. Those things were a gift and a curse for you.
They really were.
Do you like walk by them in the grocery store now? And you're
No,
just like,
I don't think they make them anymore. And if anyone does find them, send them to me.
you want them?
Yeah.
You want them?
I'm a big cereal guy.
Just go back.
Big cereal guy.
I'd spell the F word over and over.
Yeah,
and over
but
again.
see, like back then, like I didn't want like my mom to see me spelling the F word, so it'd be more like maybe a fart.
Just leave the other letters somewhere further away, and then just slide them back in,
like kind of laugh at myself inside. Yeah, it was kind of things like that.
That is too funny. What we've both been out of work for essentially a year, 2 weeks to flatten the curve a year ago.
Yeah.
Have you taken up any? You've been golfing. You were talking about golfing a little bit, right?
Yeah, like I golfed before the pandemic. Like I got into it. I feel like, once you hit like 32, 33 and you're from the suburbs, like you instantly start golfing. Like
I'm 33.
When you hit that age and during the pandemic, like with nothing going on, like it was technically the safest place to be. You're far away from everyone because there's
especially my game.
Because there's no shot. There's no chance you and I shoot the same shot at the same place. And you're going to go to the right. I'll go to the left. You don't have to wear masks.
Yeah.
And you're outside, which was basically everything that they liked and loved.
Yeah.
The CDC, that being. So yeah, I took up a lot of golf.
I think a lot of people did. I go on Instagram and see everybody golfing.
That's the thing, because like a lot of people took it up, and then tee times weren't available. Where it's just like, how is a tee time at 1 o'clock on a Tuesday, like in August, not available?
We're all unemployed.
Like, yeah, exactly, because everyone's unemployed. And then you like go to Dick's Sporting Goods and they're like, oh yeah, we're sold out of golf balls. Like, what?
Yeah, how? Wait a minute.
Why? Because Pete and Chad decided to like randomly start golfing again?
Did you just get rid of Brad and just institute Pete now?
Yeah.
I hope Pete and Chad takes off from here on out.
Yeah, I really do. Yeah, I don't like Brad and Chad.
Yeah, no, just Pete.
Yeah, Pete. Yeah, so golfing's been good, definitely for the mental, but like when you take a bad shot, you just hate everything.
It just fucks you forever.
Yeah, I hope we're in this pandemic forever after a bad shot.
I hope. This sucks. If this sucks for me, this sucks for everyone.
Yep, absolutely. But no, this last year has been, I think the best word to describe it for people like you and I and the other people in the concert industry is like, it's very off balance.
Yeah.
Because we just know when we wake up every day, we have to go to a concert venue.
Right.
And every single day inside a concert venue is different. And I think that's why we love it so much. Like even if we have, like 3 EDM shows in a row, every single one is going to be different in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's ticket sales, how nice the artist is to you, the type of production that they want, every single day is different.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we loved. And it's off balance for us because now every single day is the same. It's wake up and hope the restrictions get lifted.
Yeah.
And if they don't, wake up the next day and hope the restrictions get lifted.
Back to video games.
Yeah, so I just feel like the last year's just been off balance.
Yeah, that's a good point.
For all of us.
Did you find a little balance inside of this being off balance?
No, because I'm so routine heavy. So it's just like, all right, like especially around like August and September, like I felt like I was getting into a good groove, and then you see the numbers going up, and you're like, if I have to get out of this routine because you're going to change the restrictions on me, and then they did, and you're just like, I'm always just trying to just do something to keep me active, but there's only so much you can do to stay active. Like, sure, you can go for a run. Sure, you can go play golf. Sure, you can go for a walk. Sure, you can watch 22 hours of Netflix straight without sleeping. But like,
So you're not the only one.
Yeah, no, not the only one. But like after that, it just.
Have you had like, you know what I've experienced? I've experienced the show nightmare dream where like something goes wrong in the dream. Like I'm working a show. In my dream and something goes very wrong, and then you just like wake up in a panic, like, oh shit, I was supposed to go to a show, like
no, I haven't had that dream yet. It's probably just because I've lived so many fake reality type nightmares at shows
you don't have to dream it, you've actually lived them.
Yeah, and even if it is a dream, it doesn't affect me.
Right.
So maybe we had a terrible show and I was just like
dude, yeah, I've had not reoccurring, but there have been a couple of times where I've woken up in a cold sweat and like thinking that I was in a venue or thinking that I was supposed to be going to the venue or like messing up a catering order.
Oh, okay.
Like, and I think a lot of it stems because I go and I'll visit Mike Green while he works at Big Night Live now for Handlebar, I think is what it's called, which is electric. Yeah. That place is awesome.
In more ways than one.
Yeah, it's awesome. So I think me going back there to see him kind of triggered this, like, not sadness, but the reality of like I'm only coming here to hang out. Like there's nothing for me to do.
Yeah, so I still go in like once. I have to go in every week, to deal with the refunds and stuff on the ticketing side. But like there are times like when we couldn't go into the venue that I would just get in my car.
Just drive
by and play like Sarah McLachlan's like I Will Remember You, just because like I didn't know what was gonna happen. Like, was I gonna lose my job? Was the venue gonna close? All those type of things that were crazy. But like I feel like that's one thing that like shame on me. Like I like went to Big Night Live and just stood there and looked at it and just I tortured myself and I'm like, when I wake up, this is all gonna be a dream.
Yeah.
And it's been the longest dream / nightmare of my life.
Yeah.
It's today's March 1st, right?
Yeah.
So we're literally like we're 10 days away from the last time we had a show.
Yeah.
At Big Night Live.
Yeah. That was it. Do you remember that day?
Yeah, I do.
It was I think it was and
it was a reggaeton show.
Walking around just weird.
It was very weird. People knew what was going on. And I feel like a lot of people, that was almost a sold out show for us, if not a sold out show. And I feel like a lot of people came because I think part of them realized
this could be it.
And I know I got a handful of emails about people that were very angry that we like opened up the venue and stuff because of what was going on. But like technically we didn't do anything wrong because we were aware of it. We tried to make the best of it, protocol wise. But at the same time, no one really knew how it handled.
Right.
And I was, in my office streaming the Jazz Thunder game, and then they canceled it.
Right.
And then I like looked at my staff and I was just like, this is bizarre.
Yeah,
and I don't know what's going to happen here. And then like one of them who was in there is not a sports person. I don't even know if they know how to spell sports. That's how much they hate it. And they were literally just like, oh, that's not good at all.
We see a lot of weird things in sports. The sports fans, we see a lot of weird things.
But that was
streakers.
Yeah.
Lots of crazy shit happens at sporting events. That has to be one of the weirdest. Or remember when Mark Cuban was checking his phone, and then all of a sudden he just freaks out?
Yeah. It was so
animated.
Weird. Yeah, and he was just like he couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So I think that was like really when it was just like, oh my God, $1 billion corporation is saying, nope.
No more.
No more.
No mas.
And to be honest with you, if the NBA didn't do that, I would be very interested on when all of this would have started.
Yeah, because shortly thereafter, they started just throwing restrictions.
Because no offense to like the MLL, like the Major Lacrosse League or anything like that, but if like the Major Lacrosse League did it, people would have been like,
yeah.
But
whatever.
like the NBA did it, it was on national TV, and people were just like, oh no. And then literally like the next day, it was pure and utter chaos on the 12th from all aspects of the world.
Yeah.
People running to the grocery store, like it was nuts.
Yeah. When I got a call from Mike Green. He was just like, hey man, so you might have a job, you might not have a job. We'll talk to you soon. I was like, but
that's it.
Oh,
but that's the other thing. Like literally no one knew what to do.
Yeah.
it was, okay, we're not going to be open. And everyone said 2 weeks. And even if you didn't believe the 2 weeks, you probably said to yourself, a
couple months. Yeah.
Maybe we're back by September. So, each company tried to save every penny that they could, and that I understand. And then, once September rolled around and all this, we were still in phase 1, part A, whatever the hell it is.
Part 69 of phase 1. You're like, oh, sweet.
Okay, cool.
At least we made it to a sick number.
And then, there was just no way that it was coming back. And some venues have handled it extremely poorly, and I think everyone over at Big Night, and I'm just not tooting the horn because we're part of the Big Night team or we're employees of Big Night.
Right.
It was literally just they have cared about everyone, and I have a lot of friends in the industry that work at other venues that have not been taken care of.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the reason why everybody loves Big Night.
Exactly.
That's the reason why we love working for Big Night.
Yep.
So it's one of those things where they take care of us, and when we're working, we work as hard as we fucking can for them. Mm-hmm. Because we know that there's a hug on the other side of you working hard.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing, because I'm ready to go. Because part of me was just
I'm itching too.
when April and May came around, I was just like, you know what? I could probably use a break. I've been in the content industry for about a dozen years. Maybe I just need to not do anything for 2 months.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, May was lovely.
Yeah.
June, phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Great
and
golf, great weather.
July 1st rolls around, and I'm back to work right now. And I'm ready to work 365 days in a row. I'm ready to go. 12-hour days.
Same.
I'm never going to take a vacation day.
Same. I'm just going to pitch a tent right out in front of Big Night Live. Just going to throw a tent there, and I'm just going to stay.
I've taken naps in my little hut.
Sometimes you have to.
Yeah, sometimes you have to. So I'm ready to go.
It's called a disco nap. Speaking of comebacks.
Wait, a disco nap?
A disco nap. A disco nap is like a nap.
I've never heard that saying before.
A disco nap is a nap between 5 and 10 minutes.
Oh.
That artists will take. They'll go to their green rooms by themselves. They'll sit back. They're long travel days.
Oh, wow.
Close their eyes, 5-10 minutes, disco nap.
Then you could probably call my office Studio 54 with the amount of disco naps I've taken.
That's incredible.
in that office.
We should get you a sign that says Studio 54.
Yeah, we can do it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I love that. Speaking of comebacks, what are your thoughts on Tiger Woods after this incident? His rollover, crazy crash.
I mean, as a golf fan, I honestly think if Tiger died, I think it'd be bigger news than Kobe.
That might trigger a lot of people.
And that's fine. And I just think golf is more international. Tiger's been around for a while.
That's true.
And I think people have a love-hate relationship for Tiger, where I feel like everyone kind of liked Kobe, minus the little Colorado incident.
Yeah. Everybody forgets about that.
But the Tiger documentary was the perfect thing. It was the first one was oh my God, he's such a good golfer. He's such a good guy, such a good athlete. And the second one, you were like, this piece of shit.
Right.
Unbelievable. But if anyone can come back from this, the guy's had 10 back surgeries, couple knee replacements.
I think he was just having a back surgery, just recovered from a back surgery,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah, and then the guy won a major championship with a torn ACL.
Yeah.
So if anyone can come back from this, it's probably Tiger Woods.
You think?
With that being said, he is a little old.
He is getting up there.
Now, if this was Tiger Woods 30, I would literally go to Vegas right now and just be 5 years from now, I'll put $1,000 on Tiger Woods, and I'm gonna make my payday.
What do you think he comes back? When?
I don't know, because you hear different stories about, but if he had bones sticking out and he needed a rod to be placed in his leg, I mean, he might not be back until he's eligible to be on the senior tour.
That's crazy.
If you think about it, because you figure there's so much weight that gets put on these guys' legs when they drive the ball and the torque and all that stuff, and that's why Tiger had so many back injuries.
Yeah,
and some of the knee injuries, because when you swing and you go down so hard on it. If someone says Tiger will be back by 2024, I could see that. If he's back by 2023, that would be banana land.
Yeah.
To literally come back, start swinging. And here's the thing. It's not Tiger Woods going out and playing golf with his son, Charlie.
Right.
It's Tiger Woods playing competitively again. Because Tiger Woods will come back and play golf.
Right.
But can he win the Masters?
In some capacity,
can he win the British Open? Yeah. He'll play in some capacity, but can it be competitive?
Yeah, that's a good point. When it first happened, and you're jarred. You're like, oh my God, this is Kobe happening again. You know what I mean? It's roughly around the same time frame.
Yeah, Kobe happened on July 26th or 26th or 27th, and this happened literally about a monthish, 3 weeks after.
It's crazy. So when you think about it, when you think about that whole situation, they're like, oh, Tiger could barely stand up. It's like, he just flipped his car down a ravine, and he has bones sticking out of his leg, and you're asking the guy to stand up. They're coming out and they're not trying to, have those clickbaity headlines. Oh, was he under the influence? Was he this? Was he that? Yeah, he's got his past issues, but I think he's past those.
Yeah,
right?
You hope. You hope. The day before, he was in an interview, and the eyes were a little glossy.
Yeah, I saw that, but I guess they were shooting like a documentary or something like that, or like some sort of show. So
yeah, because D. Wade and David Spade got golf lessons with him the day before, and he looked fine.
So it was like maybe he just was a little bit shot in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, I wake up to do the show, and I wake up and I look at myself and I'm like, wow, you're going to go sit in front of a camera?
Yeah, hopefully this improves in the next 3 hours.
Yeah, hopefully hopefully I get a makeover on the way to the show.
But you brought up a great point. Like, the media these days just destroy everything.
Yeah.
They really do, because if this accident or if Kobe Bryant happened in 1998, like, we wouldn't hear rumors that, like, every single one of his kids died in the helicopter crash. There was only one of his kids on it.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking. Either way, whether it was 1, 3, 4 of them, but, like, someone is just dying to get headlines. And, like, one of the headlines was they used the jaws of life. But then the sheriff came on and was like, no, we used an axe to get him out. And it was just like the jaws of life. When you hear that, you're like, oh, that guy's dead.
Yeah. That guy's not doing well.
So when I read the sheriff thing, and by the way, it was in the Masters colors.
Yeah.
It was green and yellow. But a lot of people were like, oh, that's
Poor
the color
taste.
of the sheriff's department. Who knew the sheriffs had
color
schemes?
Yeah. Apparently they can just shoot promos and stuff. They just dropped a mixtape. The sheriff just dropped the Tiger Woods mixtape.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just so bizarre.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad he's okay. And hey, he's got a lot of money, so he could probably get the best surgeons and the best rehab in the world.
Yeah. And also yesterday on the tour, there was a bunch of guys doing the whole black and red thing.
Yeah, which was great. And the guys who didn't do it, grow up.
Yeah, shame on you.
Yeah, like, who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
You're never going to be Tiger.
I need to find out who didn't do it, because I was looking at the list.
Now, like, if
the list was like Jason Day and like a bunch of those guys that are. Tony Finau came with a backwards cap on.
Like Tommy Fleetwood, Tony Finau, Rory McIlroy, those are all guys sponsored by Nike.
Yeah.
So that all makes sense. But like, even if you're Sergio Garcia, I didn't see Sergio. I don't know if he was in the tournament, but like, he's sponsored by Adidas. Find a red Adidas shirt.
Yeah, you can
find
wear
a pair
red
of black. Like, it doesn't matter who the sponsor is. So anyone who didn't do it yesterday, to me, is a jackass.
Phil did it. Phil did
If Phil Mickelson can do it,
yeah.
Tiger Woods has made Phil Mickelson's life miserable. If Phil Mickelson can do it, everyone should be able to do it.
Yeah, yeah. He when he's walking up to the clubhouse and there's a bunch of cameramen. He like grabs a thing and he pulls like his little sweater down to reveal that he's wearing all red underneath. I was like, I'm a left-handed golfer, so I kind of attached to Phil Mickelson, like, because I have no choice.
Yeah.
But I was like, that is sick. Mm-hmm. That's sick.
No, it was great that everyone did that, and hopefully we can see the red and black button on Tiger's body soon.
I know that. I mean, that would be fun sooner than later.
Yeah.
I want him to be healthy, but we need Tiger Woods back on the golf course.
Yep. Everyone does.
He makes everyone better.
And everyone thinks that they're Tiger, just like everyone goes Kobe. Everyone's just like, they'll take a putt and they'll walk behind it like Tiger Woods, and then you're 4 feet off. Unlike Tiger.
You point, you're doing a little creep up, and you're just like, wow, I just rolled off the green. That's awesome. Sweet.
But it looked so good coming off.
Like, I can't believe I just missed this putt in mini golf. It
went right underneath that windmill perfectly.
I crushed the windmill, Tiger. And just boom. You're like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
Dude, so in more headline stuff, and I love aliens. I don't know about you.
I'm into it, but with photoshopping and all that stuff these days, I kind of don't believe it, because, you get incredible stuff like all the guys over at Big Mind Creative and Jesse Jess.
Yeah, they
could Photoshop a UFO to make it look reasonable, and then Jesse gets 5.2 million followers, and next thing you know, he's selling out Hakkasan and 7 straight nights of Big Night Live. Like, that's why I'm a little creepy on it.
So the most recent UFO sighting, and I just follow these because I love them, and trending news is my thing. The American Airlines pilot said there was a cylindrical object that flew over top of the plane.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
the FBI and all those places didn't like say, no, this isn't real. They said, we'll investigate it. We're going to investigate it.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's confusing is, like, if police officers have body cams, why can't there be a GoPro?
String a $50 GoPro on the airplane.
On the airplane. And so we can actually see if they can have a black box. Black box has been around since like Vietnam, if not before.
Yeah.
And like, why can't you just put something that's like this big so we could actually get proof if something flew over this guy versus the guy who's been flying all day?
Your phone just went off. I think the FBI just contacted you. You're not allowed to leave this room.
Yeah, this door is going to
swing open. It's going to get cracked by
it's going to be a raid.
Battering ram.
Yeah, but the other thing is like, the world can't get any crazier than it is. So just tell us if they're around.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, are we ready for it? I'm not sure, but at this point, who cares?
Yeah, 1994, 93, whenever Independence Day came back, Welcome to Earth, all that Will Smith stuff. Like, okay, sure, maybe not tell us then. We just went through a pandemic.
Yeah.
Everyone's losing their minds.
Yep.
Just tell us.
But the thing is, they've never they used to deny it, but now they don't deny it. They just don't confirm it.
Exactly. It's so bizarre.
So it's like, where are we at here? We need to know. We deserve to know.
But there are some people that are very, very obsessed with it.
Yeah, I'm getting close, man.
Okay.
I'm getting close. Not to the point where...
Like, would you buy a telescope? Because, people are buying telescopes and stuff. And just sitting there going, I hope something flies by.
No.
Okay. All right.
No, I'm buying...
Do you, boo-boo?
I'm buying NFTs and NBA Top Shot.
Yes.
That's what I'm buying, and not telescopes.
So how much NFT stuff do you have?
So I just started.
Okay. I'm iffy on it.
Yeah, I just started. I
just want to know how I can use it down the road.
You just sell it, man. You just sell it.
But what if I'm broke and I need it?
Broke what? You need the money?
Yeah.
You sell it for cash.
But what if banks have screwed me over and I need to actually use the coin itself?
Well, you have to barter. Oh. It's like, you ever see The Mandalorian where they're like, I have this, it's 6 pence in a fucking square of something.
This may hurt your feelings. I've never seen a second of anything Star Wars.
Oh my God. The Mandalorian's fantastic.
I have heard it's really good.
Yeah,
but do I need to know anything about Star Wars to watch it?
Not really.
Okay. I know the basics, Luke Skywalker, but I've just never watched the movies.
You just need to know the basics.
Okay.
But so we were going to do this thing on the show today where we revealed the NBA Top Shot pack.
Yes, because we both got a pack. Timmy 10's got a pack too.
Timmy 10's did get a pack. And I sent you a picture last night where it said that I could open the pack.
And
we both got really excited. Like, let's go.
We should open it on the show.
Yeah, and NBA Top Shot fucked me.
And now you
now the pack is non-openable, unopenable. I don't know what the word is. I'm not really good with English.
But you know what is open? This Manscaped pack. Right
the only thing that is open in this office is the Manscaped pack.
Find your balls.
Find your balls. And make sure you use ball deodorant.
Yes.
So yeah, I think NFTs, I've been watching like Logan Paul and all these guys, like Gary Vee, talk about NFTs. And it's just another form of currency, right? It's like a crypto, but now you have a tangible thing. Like we do the Big Night Break stuff here. Mm-hmm. So instead of having a card, you have a moment, right? The card is worth and the moment's worth. Mm-hmm. So I'm really trying to dive deep into this thing and try to figure it out and hope that I
get a big moment and you can sell it because
I think
I read an article like 2 weeks ago. Top Shot, the website, made $50 million in 1 week.
50 million.
Yeah, just because people liked highlight GIFs from different camera angles.
Yeah, I mean, I've been scrolling through and being like,
a lot of people may think it's stupid that like a Luka Doncic card that sold recently for $4.6 million.
Wait. How much?
$4.6 million for a 1-of-1 autographed Luka Doncic with the NBA logo on the card, like from his jersey.
Oh, the logo man?
So a lot of people may think, hey, this piece of cardboard is really stupid. Why did he spend $4.6 million? But then someone could be like, you just bought like 5 gifts put into one.
Right.
And what I say to those people is, fuck you. Like, I like what I like.
I like what I like. Yeah.
Cardboard,
gifts,
whatever.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
I want it.
Scram.
I'm collecting.
Yeah.
Go away.
Go read a book at Starbucks. That's what you like. This is what I like.
Yeah. Well, I'm a nerd and you're a nerd. So you go your nerd way and I'll go mine.
Exactly. Boink.
Yes. As I pull a sweet pen out of my pocket protector.
Yeah. But no, the Top Shot thing's cool. I hope it works out for both of us, Timmy 10s and the other, 400,000 people that waited 5 hours to hopefully get something.
I was in there.
How long did you wait for?
It was like a little over 5 hours. It was like 6 hours. I would just say 6 hours.
I was 3.5.
Yeah. At one point, I was like 100,000th or something like that. And I'm like, I'm never going to get it. So I just let the browser sit in the back. But I think people got discouraged and just started leaving the line. Yeah.
Which is a positive for people who did get the packs. People are going to want to buy.
Yeah.
Hashtag hopefully.
Yeah. Hashtag hopefully.
Because
hashtag let's get rich.
The only thing that I'm a little worried about is a lot of people have gotten rich off of this.
Yeah.
A lot of people have thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about because they gave out so many packs and so many moments. that all people are going to do is open them, sell them, and then everyone's just going to sit there and go, hey, why aren't you buying?
Yeah.
Hey, why aren't you buying?
Yeah,
you know?
get the whole itch.
Yeah.
Like, got any more than rocks?
And then it's just like, all right, well, what if I buy? Will that start a trend?
Right.
You know,
Great
and
point.
then it's very interesting how it's all going to work out once we're able to open up the packs.
Yeah. I'm interested.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested. When I texted you last night about that I had it, I was hovering over the open pack. I was like, oh, should I do it? Should I do it? And then you steered me into the direction of doing it on the show.
Yeah.
But we got screwed.
Yeah, we did.
We did. So if you had that Luka card, $4.6 million, that money hits your bank account.
Yeah.
What are you doing with the first $1 million? You have to spend it.
I have to spend it. Definitely give some to my mom, my sister. Make sure my nieces are good for college education stuff. Sorry, I'm a sap.
You little lovable
yeah,
human.
and then, you know what? I would just buy one of the apartments above the garden.
Just see ya.
Like, no rent.
Just-
like, I'm buying this.
Just walk. You doing it cash? Just walking in. Here you go. This is for you.
Yeah, this is for you. Where are the keys?
Where is my parking spot?
And thanks so much. And then that way, because I don't need to do anything else because you have the garden with the Celtics.
Yeah.
And then you have Big Night Live
And
right there.
You're a season ticket holder.
Yeah, and I don't need to do anything else. And yeah, by the way, free parking below the garden as well.
Yeah. And you get to go to Star Market all day. And that place is sweet.
And yeah, some of the prices there, I'm gonna need that.
You're gonna need the $1 million.
But yeah, that's probably what I'd do. And then I'd buy myself an RV.
An RV,
Because-
like a Gulfstream, or like
like a tour bus.
okay, like a Prevost.
Because
Like a Prevo.
up at Loudon, where the NASCAR races is, I rent an RV every single year and drive up there and spend 4 or 5 days. And
Are you just drunk for?
well, I'll be
4
honest,
days
like
straight?
25% of the reason why I go up to the NASCAR races is for the self-confidence boost.
Oh, because you know you're handsome and you go there and everybody else is less handsome.
If I'm a 6 in real life, you go up to a NASCAR race, you're a 10 instantly.
Oh my God. I need to go to more NASCAR
So
races.
I walk
need to go to
around.
first
I walk
NASCAR
around
race.
like a little Vince McMahon strut like this when
Conor
I'm
McGregor.
up there. Yeah, you know, just like, hey, what's up? Because every single person in there has, you know, I hate going up to a NASCAR race is one of those things people like. I could never watch a car take left-hand turns all day. Come up to NASCAR with me. I guarantee you'll go, I'm coming back next year.
Okay.
You may not watch it on TV like I do, but you will come back and you will. It is. I'm
going to have to take you up on this
Can I tell a crazy
offer.
story?
Yeah, but
All
we
right.
love crazy stories here.
So I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. I go up and Saturday night, and there's this area called Animal Hill up at Loudon.
This sounds great.
Yeah. 2 actual school buses shaped like an L. And in the middle, there is this gigantic wooden table with a pole in the middle of it. You have these 2 women,
Oh, boy.
5 teeth each, and I'm being generous.
Okay. 10 all in.
The larger variety,
Okay.
and they arm wrestle.
Wait.
The loser has to shotgun a beer and then go down on the winner.
This is happening at a NASCAR race.
Yep. So arm wrestle, they go down, and people are throwing money. They're like, come on, like absolutely freaking out. And then the loser just like shotguns a beer. Winner takes the pants off, and I was just like, I'm out.
What?
Like I'm good.
This is wild.
At that moment, I was just like, this is a good time. It's 12. It's midnight. Let's move on from our lives. And
Oh my
that's
God.
something they have, you know, people have these things where it's not kind of like Wheel of Fortune. You go up and it's literally take a shot, show your tits, take a shot, show your tits, take a shot, show your tits. And they only let women spin the wheel. And they'll literally give them free shots of whatever they want. And they have like bars that they make.
NASCAR is crazy.
I'm telling you, go up to a NASCAR
What are they called?
race.
Like the infield?
No, so it's crazy. So the NASCAR event up at Loudon is the largest sporting event in New England. It's not getting the same numbers as it used to, but in the early 2000s, about 125,000 people would go to these races. So basically,
that's pre-pandemic. Now they can only let like 13 people in.
but basically it was like 2 full Gillette stadiums.
Damn,
That's how many people would go up.
that's a lot.
And all it is just people going up Thursday, they leave Sunday in their RVs, and they have 40, 50 parking lots, and all you do is you get your 30 rack, you can walk around or you know, your handle, whatever the case may be, and you just walk around from parking lot to parking lot, and hopefully you find a good time, a good party. You know, there's some terrible, you know, tribute bands that are standing on top of buses trying to make a couple extra bucks, so you can be like, yeah,
Bon Jovi,
but
bro.
I'm telling you, you got to come up. You'll have the best time of your life, and you'll feel like $1 million because you'll be like,
Yeah.
Everyone else there was,
I'm a 4 in real life, so I'll be an 8 there. I'm top. That's
Yeah.
That's up.
Yeah.
That's up.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's every July, too. So it's hot,
perfect.
it's sweaty, you see
Gross.
a lot of things.
Love that.
Yeah.
It's hot and sweaty, disgusting is where I live.
Sorry we spiraled there.
No, I love that. No, that's absolutely spectacular. So you're a host of, probably one of the best Celtics podcasts
Thank you.
in the country. And
Thank you.
and that's not just me saying that. Apple Music charts also says that.
Yeah.
You've been charting.
Yeah, I have.
Chart.
Yeah, chart.
What made you want to start doing a Celtics podcast?
Literally on the same day from two of my...
It's called Banner Banter.
Banner Banter Podcast, yep. Available on all of the stuff. And I'm old school. I don't do these cameras.
No.
I'm all audio,
all
baby.
Voice, baby.
All audio, baby. I have a face for radio, if you will.
Well, as of today, you got a face for the cam.
Yeah, so... yeah, literally from this, I got one from a friend that is a Celtics fan, and then one from a friend that isn't a Celtics fan. Both texts, and literally they said the same exact thing. Why don't you start a Celtics podcast? And I said, I don't know. And then literally 2 months later, I started a Celtics podcast, and then here we are.
And you've
it will be 3 years in August since I started doing it.
You've done it every single week.
Every single week during the season, I release it every Monday, and then after every playoff game, I do an instant reaction one that I release the next morning. But during the off season, I'll do like an NBA draft preview, NBA draft recap, and besides that, when they're not playing, there's not a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
especially when I'm doing it by myself.
Yeah, that's true.
So like if I had like the Let's Get Rich podcast and you had like 3 guys in here, sure, you could find some things to talk about for 25 minutes a week. But I don't. I do everything at my house. Like I don't come into this cool little studio.
Yeah.
And all that.
I go for the bells and whistles.
Yeah,
baby.
exactly. And I respect that. It's just I got everything set up where I need it to be set up, and I like it like that.
Speaking of only lasting 25 minutes, the Celtics seemed this year to only last 25 minutes, and then they shit the bed.
No one is. If the NBA was only 2 quarters,
they're terrible this year.
They'd be undefeated. If
it was only 2 quarters,
they'd be undefeated this year. Yeah, no, it's a lot, and you could literally blame everyone. You could start with ownership. You could start with Danny Ainge. You could start with Brad Stevens. You could start with the players. You could start with COVID. You could start with injuries. It's just none of it's meshing together.
Yeah.
So the All-Star breaks this weekend. Hopefully no one talks to anyone. They all get away from each other. Yeah. Everyone gets healthy, and the second half of the season's good. The Celtics have played the 3rd or 4th least amount of home games in the first half.
Really?
So that's a positive for the second half.
That is good.
They have a stretch of 7 games in a row at home.
That's huge.
So if they can, and it's right after the trade deadline too. So if they do make a trade, new guys in town, find a place.
What are your thoughts there?
I don't know.
I know there was a rumor, Kemba going for Steven Adams and Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, there's rumors that me and you were involved in the trades. If you go on Celtics,
they need a player right now, and if they want one player, they can just take us both at the same time. We'll just leg it up and just
exactly. And you go on Twitter, there's rumors about everything and everyone. That just name something. Like they're gonna bring back Kevin Garnett. It's just crazy stuff. It's just not gonna happen. So
Kevin Garnett's seen in Boston. Is he gonna re-sign? You're like, what do you mean?
The rumors are not ideal. And it literally drives people crazy, and I hate it. But we'll just see what happens, because you can go one about it 2 ways. You can make the trade, and it makes the team better, and then you go for a run. Or if they don't think the team is good enough, they're not going to make the trade.
Yeah.
But that could also be a slap in the face of the players.
Right.
But they could also save money doing it there's pros and cons of doing it before the trade deadline, afterwards. The list goes on and on.
For sure. The 7 games in a row, how rare is that? That seems like a lot of home games in a row.
It's not too rare in the NBA. Maybe 5 or 6. 7's definitely a long time.
That's a stretch.
It definitely is, but overall, it's not. It's rare, but it's happened before for sure.
Gotcha. You had Wick on your show.
I did, yes.
Shout
Shout out to the boss man, Ed Kane.
Yeah,
he set that up. Wick
was
a great guy. Hopefully he follows up with the promise.
Yeah,
that
he
I
did make you a great promise.
Yeah, he'll sit with me in my seats. I'm in the last row of the balcony, and I'll sit down in his seats, which are first row on the court.
That's quite the trade off.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'll be fun. Hopefully he follows through on that.
Yeah.
So you're in the music biz. You want to dive in a little bit over the course of your 12 years and how you started and to where we are now?
Yeah. So I really like that you sent these questions and asked me. So like after my dad passed away when I was like 15, I loved music. Like music was like my saving grace, if you will. Yeah. And I started making mixtapes.
I fucking love mixtapes.
Yeah. But I started listening to DMX a lot, and it's actually a funny story. I actually used a DMX quote. I spoke at my father's funeral. I used a DMX quote to end.
I don't mean to laugh.
No.
Sorry.
To end the speech, and people came up to me afterwards and they're like, "Oh my God, like that last part was beautiful. Who wrote it?" And I was like, "A great poet by the name of Earl Simmons," because that's DMX's real name.
Yeah.
And it literally made me like feel better and accept it, because I was like 15, and you know, these like 50-year-old people, I was like, are they gonna go home up and dial up their dial up and Google Earl Simmons and then look and be like, oh my God,
y'all gonna make me lose my mind?
Yeah. So so I started making these mixtapes, and then when I was done like memorizing them from start to finish, I would give them to my buddy, and he was just like, why don't you just buy a CD burner? And I was just like, okay. And I would go to Strawberries every Tuesday. Remember Strawberries?
Yeah, and FYE.
And you would just go buy, you know, the newest hip hop CDs, and I would make these things, these little mixtapes, and I would sell them out of my locker for like $5 a piece.
My man.
And people would ask, they'd be like, what's your company name? I'm like, I'm 16 years old. Like, I don't have a company name, but I love Timbaland and Magoo.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, his name's Timothy. My name's Timothy. Maybe I'll take half of his name and say Timba. No, that's stupid. Well, what about Timber? No, that's stupid. So I decided to call my company Tree Fallen Records. TR33 Fallen Records, because I love Larry Bird.
Oh my God.
And so I'd literally write Mix 7 Tree Fallen Records on it, and I would sell them.
I love that.
And someone said, dude, you're so good. You should send this to Jim 94.5 and be on the radio. So I went to my guidance counselor and was like, I want to be in the radio business. And he's like, okay. He's like, you have a face for radio. And I was just like, God.
That's where it started.
Yeah, that's all. So I decided to get into radio, and I got an internship at the Lauren and Wally show on 105.7. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if ROR made it out to your neck of the woods.
Probably not Western Mass.
Yeah, so they had this segment meant for Maine, and I did it for 2 years. And after my internship was up, I was like, you got a full-time job for me? And they're like, no, like radio is impossible to get into. But we do a lot of business with National Amusements, who owns all the Showcase cinemas.
Yep.
And they're opening up a new concert venue called Showcase Live. We can make you a part-time ticket seller if you want. And I was just like, you know, I'm 22 out of college.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, whatever.
So
Job's a
brand
job.
new venue, second show in, my boss gets fired.
Oh, that's fun.
And so the general manager came up to me and was like, hey, do you want to be the box office manager? I was like, dude, I've been here 10 days.
I've been here an hour and a half, bro. I just brought you lunch.
Yeah, exactly. So I was also being a runner on the side too. Like, we all have crazy runner stories.
Yeah.
One time I had to take Robin Thicke to go get a tan.
I mean, I have a DMX story.
Yeah, crazy stuff. So I became the box office manager, started learning how to use Ticketmaster, and then I noticed that like the shows we were booking were like really good, and next thing you know, we're booking like Satisfaction, the ultimate tribute to the Rolling Stones, and I was just like, ooh, this place might go out of business soon.
This place is not doing so hot.
Yeah, so I reached out to Ticketmaster, and Ticketmaster was like, hey, we have an opening if you want to do programming. And I was just like, what is it for? They're like, it's how your box office works. So everything you ask Ticketmaster to do, we program in the back end. So I was like, okay. So I know how a box office works. Now I can see how a box office works. Put that together for about 4 years. Then went to House of Blues. Then went to TD Garden. Now at Big Night Live.
Yeah. I mean, how do tickets work? I think that's a pretty interesting topic, because people buy tickets, and I'm sure you've seen the memes where it's like show cost $5, and then it's just like, fees, taxes, service fees, venue fee, weather. Airplane ticket is like $44,000.
Yeah, no, this could be like something that spirals into like a 3-hour-long podcast. But basically, show gets booked. Someone at the box office builds the show, and anything that's like that needs special help. So a lot of tours, for example, if they want to do a fan club presale, they'll limit it at 4 tickets, but the general on sale will only be 8 tickets.
Got it.
So someone would have to email me when I was programming to make sure that password
becomes active.
Like Find Your Balls.
Like Find Your Balls.
Could only be used for for a 4-ticket limit. So no one could go over that. So once that 4-ticket limit hits, then they remember your IP address, your email address, the card that you use, your billing address, your shipping address, all that stuff, so you can't go back in and buy it. So I would be in the back end making sure all that stuff wouldn't happen. Obviously, bots can trick the system. Yeah. And Ticketmaster and Live Nation are working on that every day. But that's what I did for the programming part. Basically, anything that had to be added, like discount codes, like if you go to a monster truck show, you know, at the DCU Center or something, they have like 75 different codes, you know, some for preschool, some for middle school. The companies email us to put out those offers so they can be used. So that's cool. What you kind of do in the programming side.
Yeah, I think people just see
I understand everyone's frustration, but you also got to realize that like Ticketmaster has to get paid too.
Yep.
The venues have to get paid too, because sometimes, if we book a show and we think it's going to be good and it's not good, we lose some money off the box office sales, but knowing that we still get a little bit of money off the service charges, that makes us feel a little bit better knowing that the show wasn't a complete loss.
Right. That's a great way to put it too, man. It's also a great way for people to see the inside of how that works, because people just buy a ticket, they see a price, they complain about the price. Or sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
But at the same time, then they show up to their show, and the show is built, and they go to it, and they leave. Nobody really sees the inner workings.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, I would love someone to just actually sit down in one of, like, the Ticketmaster contract meetings when a new venue like Big Night Live gets created, to figure out all the financial stuff, and then see how the shows work, and then see how much it costs to have a band, why it costs that much to have a band, what's included in that cost, and then they'll go, okay, yeah, sure, I'll pay the $35 and the $7 service charge. I'm good.
No problem.
But no one knows that stuff. Just like with airlines, like I'm going to Vegas in a couple weeks. Why is JetBlue $785 round trip direct, but I was able to go American direct, Delta direct for $200?
Yeah.
Like why is
where's
that?
The back? Yeah.
And that's just something I'll never know until I program. So I'm a little bit more understanding just because I've seen it all.
That's great. That's a great point. Also, flying. Good luck, bro. Did you see the fucking thing on the plane with the?
Yeah.
Those things are scary.
But I'm into it.
That dude just had his phone in the window while the engine is just on fire.
Trust me, United was a lot cheaper, and I said that's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, that's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, I'll spend the extra $100 to take the risk.
Yeah. No, we're fine here.
Because that's the thing. It's like Spirit, United, oh boy, or just spend the extra money.
That's the levels? That's the levels.
Yeah.
Spirit.
Yeah, like
it's like $14 to fly. You get to fly with a Ziploc bag.
Yeah, but COVID has to sit next to you.
Yeah, there's like you have a seat that's open. We're gonna put the virus right there.
Yeah,
that's so funny. What was your favorite show to work or watch while we were at Big Night Live in the short amount of time we were there?
I don't know. Like, I love Chaos. Like the Joker in the Dark Knight. Like, I love Chaos, and I was very nervous about Roddy Ricch.
Oh, that show was so good.
It was good.
Oh my God.
And I was just so nervous that was our first big time show for a big name, like in the moment artist. We've had much bigger acts. Yeah. Tiesto, Deadmau5, Erykah Badu, you name it. We've had much bigger acts.
Name recognition wise for everyone.
In the moment.
Yeah.
That was probably the most popular name in music. The
box was massive.
And I think that was the first time that we really pushed our limits.
Yeah.
To see how far we've come along, and I thought it was successful.
Yeah.
And it was, definitely think a really good thing for us. And I felt like at that point on February 1st, 2020, yes, I remember the dates.
You remember all the dates. I love that about you too. Hey, Timmy, you remember this show? Yeah, man, it was on March 1. Or you're like, how did you remember this?
Yeah, it was either February 1st or February 2nd. Either way, I literally thought after that show, nothing would stop us.
Yeah,
we finally hit our stride, because the first couple of weeks was disastrous, and then like a week after we had Ross Matthews.
Yeah. That
didn't go out as well just because it was our first reserved seating show. But besides that, there was nothing that could touch us, because we had everyone in place, and it was so good. So I think as an employee, the Roddy Ricch show really made me go,
yeah, we got
something good.
Yeah.
Show-wise, I'm not a big EDM guy, like at all. But when you told me that Goldfish, those dudes play like their own instruments.
Love Goldfish.
I thought that was so cool. Like the Little John show was great. I'm a big Black Star fan. That show was great too, with Talib Kweli and Mos Def. Erykah Badu, she's a classic. All that stuff was great. But something that was different, something that you could only see at Big Night Live from Big Night Entertainment Group, was Goldfish. And I thought that was such a cool show, because when you go to the EDM shows, it's like the lights, the smoke, the computers. But these guys were like, we're going to do it all and play instruments on top of that. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, those two guys are incredible. And they text me, or they'll send me a DM every once in a while. It's like, I miss Boston.
Yeah, and the other thing that's really cool, I feel like a lot of the EDM acts versus, like when Rick Ross probably just pulls up from his bus, takes a couple shots, goes on stage, hops back in his bus, and leaves. Those guys will like interact with you, text you. They'll always remember you, where it may not happen like that. Not bashing Rick Ross in any way. It's just an example that a lot of acts do just kind of hop off the bus and then
perform and leave.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. So it's just not Rick Ross. But it's cool that the EDM guys have such a good relationships with people like yourself
right.
and booking and Benito and Randy and all those people. So it's really cool.
That helps ease the stress of
Absolutely.
the new venue.
Yep.
You know, because when we open that venue, none of us know what each day is going to bring.
I mean, Mike Green, best production guy in the world.
I mean, we are also, both him and I, Boston Music Award.
Yeah,
winners.
Boston Music Awards winner. I've seen it all, the box office standpoint. You have great booking, from Live Nation and also from Tim, Benito, and you're like, we can't be stopped. But at the same time, until those doors open, you don't know what's going to happen.
You have no idea.
And it was rough to start.
Yeah.
And if anyone says that it wasn't, I mean, it's kind of lying.
Yeah.
Because it was. But at that Roddy Ricch show, I was just like, we're good.
Dialed, baby.
And then one little droplet just changed our world.
Yeah, one little particle.
Yep.
What has been, say, your least favorite show to ever work? It doesn't have to be Big Night Live. Could be House of Blues. Could be back in your showcase days. What's one that just tortures you? It just lives rent free right here in the brain.
Travis Scott, House of Blues.
Oof. What happened?
Oh God.
How much of this can you dive into?
I mean, I could dive into a lot of it, but Travis has obviously, because I then worked a show for Travis Scott at TD Garden when I was the box office manager there, and obviously it was ran much better. But this was right around when Antidote was the box, if you will, like Roddy Ricch. And we sold out one show super quick, and we made it all ages, and then moved it up, and then made a deal with the agent to do 2 shows in one night. Unbelievable. So we do the first show. He doesn't show up for sound check.
Oh boy.
And,
that's a bad sign.
Yeah. So he comes on stage, doesn't like his mic, gets rid of the battery pack, let's just say, in a not polite way. And it gets thrown towards someone's direction that, let's just say, was working.
Is he in this room?
No.
Okay.
And then...
I want to make sure you didn't get hit with a battery pack.
No. That was, I don't want to say it was Mike Green's world, but someone of Mike Green's caliber. And then he didn't like the color red. You know how they have those sleeves that they put over the lights? Mm-hmm. Didn't like that color. So went back, literally just ran off the stage. Created some issues backstage.
Damn.
His tour manager calmed him down. He went back on stage, did the show, and then we had the second show. And we cleared everyone out, and we had about an hour to do it. So we cleared everyone out and then had to bring in another 2,425 people because that's the capacity at House of Blues. And it started pouring.
Oh, God.
And he had 2 openers, and he told both openers to scram. And doors opened up at 10:30. Travis Scott went on at 11 and might have done 30 minutes and left.
And then just dipped.
And we had, I think, 700 people in the room. So if your ticket got scanned at 10:59 and you were able to see some of the performance, you couldn't get a refund.
Oh, no.
But anything from 11:01 after, I literally had to go through the scan and be like, okay, this person got scanned at 11:01. This is the seat number that they had, and this is the account, and okay,
refund.
type this.
Was that a refund?
Refund.
Oh, my God. That must have just tortured your entire world.
Yeah.
That's like thousands of refunds. 2,000 refunds, roughly.
Yeah. It was. I think we refunded about 1,400 tickets at the end of the day.
And you have to do that singly.
Yeah, I had to go one by one.
Oh my! How long did that take?
Longer than his performance. Let's just say that.
Longer than 30 minutes.
It was crazy. The second time, I worked the show for him at TD Garden. It was one of the most smoothest shows. So I just think he was young. He was blowing up. He just didn't know how to handle it. And he's obviously grown up because, the McDonald's deal, the Nike deal, all that stuff. But it was just something, November 22nd, 2016, I will never forget for the rest of my life.
Hey, dude, we all have those, man.
Yep.
I
have a bunch more, but
that one stands out.
Yeah, but that one just sticks out.
So on this show, we do the Susan segment.
Yeah.
And that's coming.
What's the Susan part?
The Susan part is Susan was on. She's a close friend of mine. She was on the show with Jackie.
Okay.
And she one day was supposed to be doing her homework, and I say this every week, but she wasn't. And she decided she was going to create questions for me to have my guests and myself and Sam answer on the show.
And Sam has to answer these too?
Sam is a part of the show.
All right.
What's good?
There he is.
I love Sam. I just met him.
There's the voice. Great guy. Fantastic. He's my lunch buddy. So we're going to start. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sam, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Also, I usually send these out to Sam before so I don't blindside him, but guess what? Blindside.
All right. So who goes first, Sam or myself?
I'm gonna just ask, and then whoever. Okay. He's gonna probably need a second to think, unless he already knows these.
Oh yeah, because you are getting blindsided, and I'm not. So all right, that makes sense. Go ahead.
All right, so you ready?
Yep.
What artist or songs are on your guilty pleasure playlist?
Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Phantom of the Opera. I saw it for the first time when I was like younger, when I was 7 or 8, and I was just absolutely enthralled by the Phantom character.
Oh, so good.
I know every single word to it.
My buddy Colin and I used to watch Phantom of the Opera. We used to sing it.
After bad show nights on the drive home, I don't like do quiet music. I sing like Masquerade at the top of my lungs.
Do you just have like a mask in the bag? You just grab it out, stick it on,
and just cover it. Yeah,
you're just locked in.
Yep.
As the Phantom. I can go, Sam, if you need another minute.
I'm good. I think.
I think.
Normally I would say John Mayer.
Okay.
All right.
John Mayer sings some sexy shit.
Yeah, voice from the god.
Yeah. He sings some sexy stuff. I mean,
could John Mayer play the Phantom of the Opera?
Yeah. Imagine if he did that.
Yeah.
You would be in heaven. I mean, John Mayer, I like that.
And then I would say like my guilty pleasure song is Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield.
Oh, wow, that's from the Hills.
So the guilty pleasure song, that new driver license song by that Olivia whatever, it was an SNL skit like 2 weeks ago, and I never heard the song, and since then, I started listening to it. It's something that will make you feel about your first kiss, your middle school girlfriend, your high school girlfriend, your current girl, whatever.
I don't want to think about any of those.
No, whatever the case may be, it just hits you. And it's literally a song about a girl who never got her driver's license. She finally got her driver's license, and her boyfriend at the time wanted to tell her, like, hey, you got to get your driver's license. And she was always worried about one girl, and now that guy's with the one girl, and she always just drives by her house.
That sounds like...
I'm telling you, it hits you right in the gut.
Hits you right in the feels. We'll have to check that out. I'll have to check that out.
But it's also like, in a week, I'll hate that song.
In a week, you're like, I'm done here. Back to your body is a wonderland. Mine would be Bee Gees. I'm a Bee Gees guy.
All right.
Yeah. My dad, growing up, played the Bee Gees, my dad and my mom. And I just, do that little disco, little John Travolta dance all around the house. I'm dancing right now.
Disco dance, not a disco nap, right?
Yeah. Okay. No. I mean, a disco nap, but a definitely disco dance. So the Bee Gees, and, I've mentioned on this show that I really like musicals. Mm-hmm. So Greatest Showman. We've gone to, Greatest Showman is a thing.
So TD Garden had Hugh Jackman. Did you go?
No, I didn't.
Because I think I was there when that happened.
So I was so upset. I
heard it was a really good show too. The guy's talented.
He's so talented.
If you can sing, dance, and play Wolverine, you got it all.
Yeah, you've got it all.
Yeah, you really
imagine? Can you imagine?
No,
the
talent. I don't have any of that.
I don't have any talent at all. And this guy is Wolverine and he sings. I don't know what else you can do. I mean, I kind of look a little bit like Wolverine, but
yeah.
So the second one is name a hidden talent that you have.
When I was working at House of Blues, my office was very long, probably twice the size of the length of this office. Mm-hmm. And I would throw Gatorade bottles behind my head and sink them into the barrel.
Wow. Okay.
And one time I did 3 in a row.
That should go on YouTube.
After the show, I'll show you.
Yeah. If you hit one of those, I will freak out.
So yeah, I'm talented at recycling backwards.
What's your hidden talent? Recycling
backwards.
Do you got one? I can go if you still need a thought.
Yeah, I still need to think.
It's really tough to think about.
Right?
It is.
Then you're thinking about like everything that you do every single day, and you're like, well, I brush my teeth like upside down. Like, is that talented? But no, someone else does it.
Yeah, that's true. I used to be able to do magic tricks, like card tricks. I don't think I can do them anymore.
That's probably the least shocking thing I've heard all day. Of course you were able to know that.
I think let me just pull a card out of my beard real quick. Is it an ace? Yeah, that would be my hidden talent.
See, that's a tough one to get blindsided with.
Yeah.
You have to think about that one.
Sam's mad at me. I have to pay for his lunch today.
It's a good thing there's no camera on me because I just look so stupid right now.
No, he's pissed. He's staring me directly in the face. I can't look him in the eyes.
I don't think I have an answer for this one.
That's fine.
That's completely fine.
That's completely okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this one should be easy. You can use only one emoji for the rest of your life. What is it? I got mine. Go ahead.
Upside down smiley face.
The upside down smiley face.
Because it can mean so many things. It can mean I'm tired, I'm angry, it's going well, but it's chaotic.
Yeah.
Like that one for me, the upside down smiley face is the one.
Okay.
So this is like an unpopular one, but there's like a handshake emoji.
Yeah.
I use that one all the time. It's like good looks, thank you.
Oh, like you're dapping somebody up.
Yeah,
All right. No, I like that.
I like that answer. Wow. Okay. That's like 2 weeks in a row.
I would
awesome
send the
answers.
handshake emoji to you for that answer.
Yeah. Wow.
I sent one back.
I'll send one back. I would go with the devil horns, bro. I throw this and everything.
Yeah, no.
I'm pretty sure that Apple should just give me the rights to that. They should make it an NFT that I can buy.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And then I'll just own it forever.
Yeah. Maybe if you sell a lot of these Manscaped kits, you'll be able to get
free your balls.
Yep, find your balls.
Find your balls.
20% off.
Also free them. Fuck it. You just put the toner on it, free them up. So my friend Ray, she was just like, hey, what are the questions for your Susan segment this week? And I told her this one, and she's just like, the cartwheel emoji. She's like,
I've never seen that used before in my life. Like,
I don't think I've ever used it.
Dude,
yeah.
Her response
I didn't even know it
was,
existed.
she's like, oh, like, I'm happy, cartwheel emoji. Oh, like, food's here, cartwheel emoji.
So I can tell
like,
she has a lot of energy. She's
Or
an
did-
energetic person.
Or does she do like parkour art? She's like, parkour!
Too much,
And then
too
just-
much
and then it's a
tequila.
cartwheel.
Too much tequila, cartwheels. Let me unlock my phone here because we got a couple more. Who plays you in a movie about yourself?
I have 2 answers.
Me too.
Okay, great. Sam, do you need some time on this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like dark humor, but I also like dad jokes too.
Okay.
So I think the early part of my life would be Dane Cook.
Oh, wow.
And then the later part, like the depressed part, like you lose your job because of the pandemic part, Casey Affleck.
Okay.
Or Jeremy Renner, just because I feel like he can wear a hat. And all I do is wear hats.
That's true.
And he's short and he looks like an idiot.
That's true.
So Casey Affleck, Dane Cook would be my 2.
Wow. Those are great. Those are great answers. I'm going to go with Ben Affleck because of the stockier, bigger.
Oh, like current Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Okay,
not
like
old,
Batman
not,
Ben
not,
Affleck.
not like Good Will Hunting Ben
Okay,
Affleck.
okay, all right. That's fair.
Yeah, Ben Affleck. And I really, I mean, I don't know if he'd ever be able to pull this off because he would have to get like a glue-on beard and
Hey, it's Hollywood, baby. Anything can happen.
Tom Hardy.
Oh, yeah.
Tom Hardy. He played Bane. And then I was just like, this is cool. I just want him to be me because he plays, he was like Al Capone.
I mean,
He was Bane.
anything in a Christopher Nolan movie, he's unbelievable. He was awesome in Inception where he could change identities. Remember that
my
part of
God.
Inception? Yeah.
Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy and Ben Affleck, I think,
All
would
right.
be mine.
Those are good.
I'd probably have to say Andy Samberg.
I like that.
I like that. He's funny.
Yeah, I feel like he and I have like the same type of sense of humor. So
And multi-talented.
there we go.
Yeah.
Because he can produce.
Yeah.
You know, he's a producer. He can do so much. That makes
He's
a ton
handsome.
of sense.
He's
Yeah.
handsome like Andy Samberg. I love that. That's a great answer. And last but not least, what's something you refuse to share?
If Kobe Bryant was still alive, I would have never told anyone that I liked him.
Wow, you took Sharon a whole different you took Sharon into a whole different way.
Oh, you mean like food? Oh, like if it's food, like chicken parm, an extra thick chocolate frap, but like I hate the Lakers with every bone in my body.
Okay.
There's nothing I hate more than Los Angeles Lakers. But the entire time, I loved watching Kobe Bryant.
I love this answer though.
I loved watching Kobe Bryant play basketball. And people would be like, "You like Kobe?" No. Kobe's stupid. I loved Kobe.
Yeah.
I respected him.
That's true.
But if we're talking food or something, chicken parm and an extra thick chocolate frap.
Ooh.
I thought you meant
that
like
sounds
something
good.
that you wouldn't share to the general public.
Wow, I wasn't even thinking of it like that, but you went deep in it, and I appreciate
okay.
it. I
All
appreciate the thought behind that.
All right, so yeah, but if it's just food, extra thick chocolate frap or chicken parm.
Okay.
Can I get the question again?
Yeah, what's something you refuse to share?
Refuse to share.
I know what I'm going with. Lemon pepper chicken wings, baby. Those are for me.
That's fair.
And whatever girl I'm dating, obviously. I don't never like.
But don't you hate that though?
Yeah, it's like an easy. That's like an easy way out. That's like a
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like a wah, wah, wah answer. Chicken wings.
I'm gonna say French fries. I hate sharing French fries with people.
Especially during these times. Get your hands out of
Don't
there.
even look at them.
Yeah.
COVID.
like you're with your friends, you're in your car, you stop at McDonald's, you're the only one that gets fries, and then
They're all gone.
Everyone else wants fries.
Especially
Yeah.
if you're driving. They're all gone.
They're all gone.
All gone.
Agreed. Yeah. So that concludes the Susan segment.
That was great. I'm sorry that I went down a dark rabbit hole.
No, that's what we're supposed to do here. That's what it's about.
Hot takes.
It's a hot takes only show. Before we wrap this up, you got anything pressing?
I do have one question for you.
Yeah, tell me.
As you can see, this my beard.
Yep.
I haven't hit puberty yet.
Okay.
And I have like that Paul Pierce syndrome where it just looks
just a little
like
patch
someone used to
every once in a while.
manscape and just threw hair on the side of their face. What do you use on your beard?
I shampoo and condition it.
Okay.
That's it.
But like, how do you get it to grow, or have you just let it grow? Because like, I haven't shaved in about a month, and this is all
That's
I
all
have.
you get.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you don't have the if you don't have the full ability to grow a thick beard, I think what you have is perfect, right?
Yeah, but like, see this like right here? It's literally like the Grand Canyon. Like it just there's literally, and it's completely bald.
For those listening, he's pointing at this spot in his
Yeah.
face that has a little like a hair hole. I guess is what you call
it's
it.
almost like the St. Louis Arch, just like in my beard.
The St. Louis Arch.
Like it.
I don't think you can do anything with that except hope that the hair above it grows long enough to cover.
Okay. All
Right? And then that's what you do, right?
All right.
Like,
or
when
maybe I can get some good products from Manscaped.
Yeah, maybe. When I was 10 years old, I didn't have a beard, and then when I was 11, I did. So like, what happened was I just grew it. And
okay.
Then I ended up with this.
I see. Like I don't even have hair on my chest still.
Yeah, I got a little hair, but I'm gonna get rid of that with my with my Manscaped.
Yep, absolutely.
But yeah, what else you got? What, you want to air? You want to drop the promo for your show?
Oh yeah, Banner Banter Podcast on every single podcast platform.
known to man.
Spotify, Apple, Podbean, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, the whole works. I drop it every Monday around 8:00 in the morning. So if you're on your way to work and you need a recap from the week of the Celtics and want to hear someone who's mentally unstable talk about the Celtics, it's a podcast for you.
It's perfect for you.
And I know there's a lot of people out there.
Yeah, and look at. I hope my fans go and take a listen and enjoy it because I enjoy it. You're a great host. You've been a great guest. So thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Appreciate
Thank you.
And we are out.
Peace. Wake it up.